Hey guys, Logan here. So, DICE have announced the first core feedback. This is where the community step in and share all their thoughts on how to make things better. The first topic is map design. DICE have admitted to the community's complaints about the maps being too big, open and lacking cover. So today we take a closer look of the 5 main topics that could become much better when it comes to gameplay and flow of the maps. DICE have identified these based on feedback from the community and are now asking for more feedback within these specific topics. First up is Traversal. This is one of the core issues, and that means how long it takes for players to travel between objectives. DICE have been seeing the term walking simulator a lot when the community are describing the experience in the game. Quoting DICE, "We are currently looking to reduce the overall travel time between flag and base spawn on some maps by moving both base spawn and closest flags." We all know it, and DICE knows it. The issue exists because of the introduction of 128 players and the large map that we got at release of the game, and it's good that DICE acknowledging this and making changes. Moving on to intensity. This is about how DICE can improve the gameplay experience in the overall intensity of combat. Quoting, "Largely we feel that the issue is mainly related to 128 player modes, and especially in Breakthrough. We know that during certain pushes for the objective, it can get too chaotic when fighting over flags. Either there are too many players or vehicles, and sometimes the overall chaos can make it feel overwhelming when accurately trying to assess what's happening around you." DICE are currently looking at if it would be better to have Breakthrough played with 64 players only and removing the 128 players, or if they should be reducing the number of vehicles and so on. Next up, line of sight. This talks about all the flat and open areas that allow players to get shot from a very long distance. These areas are too many, and DICE are aiming to fix this. DICE are especially targeting the map Kaleidoscope in this blog post here, but they have observed that this exists on all the other maps as well. Quoting, "Our current plan for improvement is to ensure that there are more opportunities to hide yourself from enemy line of sight while traversing from objective to objective, with a goal of ours being to reduce the focus on long-range combat and the necessity of carrying weapons which perform best at these ranges." Next topic, paths. This is about where players tend to move between objectives, and with the big maps and no clear intended path, enemies can come from anywhere. And that takes away from the real battlefield feeling, where you can kind of predict where enemies would come from, or maybe think tactical when attacking an objective. So DICE are now looking to improve on this and make more intended pathways between objectives. Last topic then, cover. This one is similar to line of sight. The lack of cover across maps is another improvement area, which is also caused by the open and flat spaces that you have encountered on certain maps. This is the first thing I thought about when I played Battlefield 2042 maps for the first time. Where are all the covers? Since I played a lot of the other games in the franchise, this is something that I instantly reacted to. But DICE are looking to address this by reviewing the need for additional cover in places where we feel that they are needed. Here you can see 2 examples of Breakthrough and Conquest on the map Kaleidoscope, and how DICE are thinking and moving around the objectives to find that nice balance. It shouldn't take much time to get to the next objective or between objectives, having covers in the correct locations and so on. We can expect these changes to happen over time, and it will take some time to make everything as we all want it, reaching that sweet spot, you know. But DICE are actually planning to deliver updates specifically to the map Kaleidoscope during Season 1, that will start in early summer. So what can we expect from the future maps? I'm quoting DICE directly here. "The biggest action point for ourselves is that bigger maps doesn't necessarily mean more freedom and playstyles or fun. So you can expect future map to be smaller in scale than most of our release maps. This also means that we are reviewing a possible reduction in the number of sectors and total capture points per map when playing at 128 players. We are also thinking of changing the shape of the maps to give them more sense of direction. We feel that going from a common Battlefield standard of a square-shaped play space to a rectangular shape, most commonly used in some of the older entries in the franchise, can better incentivize pushing forward versus circling out sideways. We feel that this can help to focus areas of combat, enable you to have more focused awareness, and reduced opportunities for enemy fire to come in from all around you." This sounds promising, and this quote here evokes the phrase, "bigger isn't always better." I will put all the links in the description where you can leave your feedback on all the topics we have been talking about today, so make sure you do that. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below, hit that like, I would really much appreciate that, and subscribe to the channel for more Battlefield content. I hope to see you in my next one. This is Logan, signing out.